Here's something I figured out. There's a certain type of person that the world always mislabels. Someone quiet, someone reserved, someone who keeps their thoughts tucked away. People look at them and say, they're shy, they're introverted, they're a loner. But what most don't realize is, the three aren't the same, and each three can still have unique personalities. Sometimes they overlap, but at the core there's a difference. So let's talk about it. The shy person. This person isn't avoiding the world because they want to. They're avoiding it because they're afraid of it. It's not about preference, it's about pressure. Hear me out. Shy people care about how they're being seen. They rehearse conversations in their head. They hesitate, overthink, and freeze up. Not because they lack personality, but because they feel like the world is watching them, judging their every move. Shy people typically want to be more social, but they have internal reservations holding them back. Characters like Hinata, Crona, and Mob embody this personality type. There's times when they wanted to speak up for themselves or express their feelings, but their hesitation kept them quiet. Sometimes they assume or misinterpret people's intentions instead of just asking them directly. Their silence isn't comfort. It's a wall placed to protect them from the uncertainty of what's behind it. One thing commonly said about shy people is that once they feel safe, once they trust you, they open up like they've been holding their breath for years. The path forward for them is confidence, small steps into discomfort until the fear gets quieter than their curiosity. The introvert. These types prefer meaningful conversations over generic. They may passionately talk about a subject that interests them to someone close, but not say much to others, not out of fear, but disinterest or to manage their social battery. People think they're shy, but that's typically not the case. Introverts simply get drained by too much interaction. Introverts can be confident, social, or charismatic. They're just selective. They don't run from social interaction. They just need time to recharge. Characters like Shikamaru, L, or Saiki make it obvious. Shikamaru finds most things a drag, but he can still fit in. L is fascinated by his work and gets excited when he gets to express that, but he's an enigma. He was literally just a letter L for a portion of the series. Saiki gets to filter out pointless conversations, and most times he'd rather just eat coffee jelly, but he's also expressed amusement in the occasional shenanigan he finds himself in. The thing is, they're not scared of anyone. They just prefer peace over noise. Introverts thrive in depth, not in crowds. They want real conversations, not small talk, meaning, not volume. The path forward for this type is learning to manage their energy instead of fighting it, by choosing the right people instead of avoiding people altogether. Introversion isn't a weakness. It's a filter. The loner. The ones with a quiet distance in their eyes. The ones who stand apart, not because they feel nervous, but because distance feels safer than connection. Independent, self-sufficient, and comfortable in solitude. Some just prefer a calm existence, but others are loners because of what they've been through, like Kaneki, post-transformation of course, or Itachi, who didn't choose isolation. They were shaped by it. Being around people feels like a weight holding them back. Sometimes they feel like they're protecting themselves or others by pushing them away. Loner types don't fear people. They simply believe they operate better by themselves. The issue with them is whether or not they've truly found solace in their solitude, or if it stems from pain and trauma. I feel like a healed loner could easily fall into the introvert category if it's trauma-based. The path forward for the loner is learning when to step out of the armor and let someone in when it matters, because solitude is powerful. But isolation can become a cage if you never leave it. These categories can and usually do overlap. Someone can be shy and introverted and a loner, or even all three, depending on what they've lived through. It's understandable why people use them interchangeably, but the important thing is, you can always evolve. A shy person can become an introvert once the fear fades. A loner can reconnect with the world after healing. An introvert can learn to socialize with confidence. None of these identities are permanent. None of these have to define you. They shift and grow the same way people do. At the end of the day, being quiet isn't a flaw. It's a language. Once you understand which type you are, you can stop letting the world define you and start defining yourself. But hey, this is just some stuff I figured out. Hopefully you can use it to figure out stuff too.